right, and we are live, and it is Noodle Free Mondays. I'm getting here, jumping in just a little bit late and whatnot. Now we'll do that later, maybe later. But we're getting in here for Noodle Free Mondays. Our noodle of the week is, of course, Miss Carlee Russell for her little experience. But where's the baby, right? Where's the baby? And where's that redheaded dude from the video game Red Dead Redemption or what is it? I don't know. It's another game I play. Can't remember right now, but it's a scary movie about vampires. Anyway, we're going to play a few videos to get started, send out the links to the guys. Also, RIP to YNG Cheese, and we'll talk about that a little later. Right now, I'm going to just play you guys some videos to get going. Shout out to the Skit Bag family. Thanks to anybody that is watching. If you are watching and you happen to hear us talking about a great topic, just comment in one of our comment sections. And if I see it, I'll send you a link. You come on, you can talk for a little bit. We'll even interview you if you want to talk a little more. So we'll check that out. And we thank you for watching. Talking starts at 9 p.m. EST / 12 a.m. EST. And we got that going, and we hit this. And I'm going to go ahead and run this video, mute myself.
After I was told by a law enforcement source that she appeared to be medically, have a medical issue and had to be taken out of the ground zero area.
Oh, man, Mrs. Clinton, we got y'all right on time before anybody got a chance to see you fall.
Mrs. Clinton. Mrs. Clinton, are you okay? Check her pulse. Check her pulse. Check her pulse.
She's dead.
No. I knew I should have taken that job from Bernie.
This November, the Secret Service has a secret of their own.
What kind of candidate says she's gonna be the president and dies on?
Let me check. Harrison, Taylor, Harding, Roosevelt, Lincoln, Garfield.
What are we gonna do? If she's dead, we're out of a job. I don't know, man. Keep her walking, keep her talking, and everything is good.
We get her in the White House and we make up policies.
Yes.
Let's go.
First question. So here's the problem with your immigration plan. It's full of empty promises.
Well, look, I like tacos a lot, but get the Mexicans out. You know, get them out.
Super delegates give it 2 thumbs up.
She's dead. She's dead. Oh. That's it. Nailor. High five me like a nailer.
The greatest movie never deleted.
Hey, she can't talk today. Had her wisdom teeth out yesterday. So, waving.
I like quesadillas. I like guacamole. I like...
That is Donald Trump, her enemy, man.
We can't do Hillary.
Nice.
Yeah.
Woo.
A hard-hitting comedy and a surefire knockout hit.
Hillary, you animal, you're insane.
How does nobody know she's dead?
Super delegates give it 2 thumbs up.
In my opinion, the black race is superior, and that's a fact.
Falling into theaters near you this November.
Go Hillary.
Oh! It's fine. She's dead.
Bill's in there. He wants to have sex with her. What do we do?
Does she know? I fuck that shit.
Oh, fuck that.
All right, Mr. Lochte, you know why you're being interrogated here today?
Oh, yeah, because we're filming another commercial.
No, we're not. You're here because of what happened at the gas station the other night. You said you were held at gunpoint?
Yeah, for sure. That 100% happened.
Okay, tell us more.
We were out there. We were helping a bunch of kids draw stuff on the sidewalk, and it was raining thunder, and the guy pulled a gun to my head, and I was like, whatever, because I'm super chillax like that. And then the gun started shooting crocodiles and bullets. There were bullets there too, and I was like, oh, and they missed me. And then I got out there and I won a bunch of gold medals.
Yeah, those are all lies.
Yeah.
Why don't you start by telling us who you were with?
Yeah. I was with Michael Phelps' son, Boomer.
His 3-month-old?
Katie Ledecky's world records, and that fat catcher kid from The Sandlot. Dun, 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 dun.
Ryan, if you lie to us, it's only going to make things worse.
Oh, don't worry. I've never lied down in my entire life.
All right, look, we don't want any trouble. Just tell us what happened, and we'll let you go.
All right. Me and 3 buddies, we went out.
Okay, why?
We heard there was a dead body, and we wanted to check it out.
All right, good. Who was with you?
River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, and the fat kid from The Catcher in the Rye.
Okay, that's the plot from Stand By Me and a book. And that's not the same fat kid. That's a fat Jerry O'Connell.
Black Dad. Me. I want some water.
Now talk.
Are you kidding me?
What?
I can't swim in this. Oh, maybe I can.
I want you to watch this surveillance video. Now that's clearly you and the other 3 swimmers breaking down that bathroom door.
Oh, no, that's not me.
What do you mean? No one else on earth has hair that hideous. That's Ryan Lochte. You're Ryan Lochte.
I'm Ryan Lochte, son boomer.
Please, Ryan. Just tell us the truth and we can all go home.
I wasn't robbed. Is that what you want to hear?
Yes.
I don't know that song. I know California Girls by Katy Perry. California
Get
girls
this
are
asshole
up in
out of
Canada,
here.
Singing a dance and dancing a Buick.
Breathe.
Ryan.
Stop holding your breath.
How long was that one?
8 seconds.
Wow.
Miguel, Benny. How are you? Oh God, come here. So this is Miguel. He's my photographer's grade. Real artist and underpants today, so makes things easier.
When I first started out, I was a full body guy. I was trying to make it showing everything, and it was tough. My following wasn't growing. I was freaking out. I was saying, "What's wrong here?" And so I called my friend and my now mentor, Jen Selter, aka the ass of Instagram. She's got 20 million followers. She said, "Benny, what I did to get where I am now is I took the very best part of me and I held a magnifying glass up to it for the world to see. What is it about you that is exceptional?" That's what she said to me. And I thought about it. And I took her advice.
I was lost with a broken heart. You pick me up, now I'm set apart. From the ash I am born again. Forever safe in the Savior's hands. You were more than
running today with the boys, Walter White and Hal. Breaking Bad reference.
When I first saw Benny's balls, I was very taken aback, because they are testicles. It's very like, whoa, my God, this guy's nuts. On the page for everybody to see, there's children on here, It's like I get the free the nipple movement, but goddamn. But then when I looked again, it was just, I realized what it was. It was art.
Qué maravilloso.
Well, when I saw Benny's balls, the testicles, I said to myself, tengo que fotografiar esto. I have to shoot them.
You cool with both out right now?
Yes.
Good.
They look perfect.
I think people think that my life is this glamorous, wonderful thing, being flown to exotic locations and having an amazing time. It's not just that. It's so much more. It's heat packs to let them drop. It's cooling packs to just bring them up a little. It's shaving them, meticulously shaving them. Because if you're shaving a pair of balls, there's no other choice but to be meticulous. If you're lazy shaving your balls, you're either going to do a bad job or you're going to cut yourself and you could bleed to death. So, that really could be fatal.
This is Daryl. He is my ball. Everything really. Masseuse, bowler, right? Twister, whatever needs to be done. Really. I shaved, so we're all good to go there. Ready? Let's shoot. Let's do it.
A lot of people ask me why I don't show my whole package, with the And I always say to that, well, Spielberg didn't show Jaws in the first 5 minutes of the movie. So.
Perfect. Oh, wonderful. You're angry. There you go. Okay. There you go. That's. Yes.
How's that?
Perfect. Yes. Excellent. Man. Shit.
The other amazing thing about working with Daryl is that when he is working on my balls, I look down at his head, and it is a ball. Ooh, it's cool. And a beautiful shiny ball at that.
Yes. Yes. That's perfect. That's perfect.
It is an endless inspiration just looking at his bald head. Thanks, Daryl.
After I got out of the Corps, went to work in my uncle's bowling alley. Nice job. I love my uncle. Bowling alley is a great place, but I needed a little more income. So I went on the Craigslist site, and I saw this ad for a ball buffer, and it just seemed like a natural fit because what I'd been doing in the bowling alley, you know. And then I met Benny, and he's just the nicest guy and just the sweetest balls. And I just thought, well, this is just made in heaven.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There it is. There it is.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Masterpiece.
I don't know where I'd be without Daryl, to be honest with you. He is tender, and he loves his job, and he understands the body part that is the balls so well. And he is also a ball perfectionist, which is exactly what I need.
Okay,
It's
get out.
perfect.
Get
It's
out.
perfect.
Get out.
It's perfect.
Get out. Move out.
Get
Move
out.
out.
Get
Move
out.
out.
Get out. Get out.
That's it.
Get out.
That's it. This is the shot.
Oh.
People are always trying to get me to choose a favorite, left one or right one. I think one without the other, it just doesn't work. It's redundant. If one was to leave, the other would get lonely and shrivel.
It's to the left.
Just to the left. Well, the right's probably easier from here. But
Yeah. All right. Una bola derecha, una bola izquierda. The left one is the best one, just so you know. And that's the one that gets more likes.
The left. No, that's not even a question. The left, the left, the left. Left, left, left.
That's a tough one because they are both primo balls. I guess if I had to pick one, be the left one. The left one is a little bit larger, hangs a little bit lower, you know, it's a little bit fuller, and it polishes up real nice.
I don't just see myself as an Instagram model. I see myself someone as a revolutionary.
I've thought about putting my clit online. Never thought about that before.
I'm pushing an envelope on a part of the body and the male physique which has long been ignored.
Millennials, they're our market. They saw it. They stand up. They say, we want the balls. We want to see those balls every day on my Instagram feed. That's what I do it for the millennials.
You know, if you told me 5 years ago that I would be a testicle model, I would have laughed in your face and then hesitated, because that's actually not a bad idea if you have a sensational set of balls.
I'm here with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump has very nicely agreed to do an interview with us radio folks today, even though this is a TV interview, and we're very happy to have him. Thank you very much, Mr. Trump. We really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
My first question has to do with Governor Chris Christie. What role would Chris Christie, now that he is head of your transition team, be in your administration?
Well, that's a very good question. I like Chris Christie very much. He's a very good friend of mine, and we're very close. We hang out a lot. And to be honest, I don't think Chris Christie is a politician. I don't think he's a very good one. I don't think he should be in politics. I should think he'd be a great chef. He'd be a wonderful chef. He actually looks like he should be on a front of a pizza box. Like
But he is in charge of your transition team.
Yes, he is, but I don't think he really should be. I mean, Mike Pence made that decision, not me. But if it was up to me, I'd put him on the front of a DiGiorno's pizza box, give him a mustache, like one of those big, silly Italian mustaches. And then when he comes into the White House, of course, there'd be a job for him somewhere, probably in the kitchen, in all honesty.
What if he wouldn't take that job in the kitchen?
I would forcibly give him the job. He would have no choice. We got him right here. Let's ask him. How would I employ you? Come here. Come here. How would I employ you? Chris, how would I employ you in the administration? He doesn't like being picked up, Chris Christie. He's very independent.
I think he is very independent.
Very independent.
Yes.
He is. I like him very much, though. He's very cute.
Can you tell us a little bit about the role that Mike Pence would play in your administration?
Of course, Mike Pence is a fabulous person. I like him very much. Obviously, I made him my vice president. Should I get into the White House? And I think Mike Pence would just do normal vice president things, hang around in the Oval Office, hang out with all the people that come through there, get coffees and teas for everyone, strudels, pastries, breakfast muffins, those sort of things. I don't know if he knows how to make espresso yet. I don't know if he's been trained, but I'm going to make sure that previous to being in the White House that he is trained, because I personally like a macchiato in the morning. Macchiato, I'm not sure if you know what that is, but a macchiato it's a delicious shot with just a little foam on the top, and I like it very much. And if you could do that, learn to do that, it'd be very nice.
But you want a vice president to be making you macchiatos?
Well, preferably. I don't know what else he's going to do there.
Some people believe that Mike Pence is more anti-gay than you are. Why would you choose somebody who was so anti-gay?
That's a very good question. And the thing is with anti-gay is anti-gay marriage. You see, I love the gays. I don't want them to get married, though. I love the gays. The gays love me, in all honesty. But I don't think they need to get married. To be honest, I don't know why they need to do that. The gay culture has always been somewhat of a rebellion, and I don't see the need to now have a white picket fence and get married like the rest of us. I've been married many times, and if I was to give any advice to any gay person, it'd be like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay, well, speaking of marriage, you're now on your third marriage. And Laura Bush really supported literacy when she was First Lady. Michelle Obama, childhood obesity. Do you know what your wife would make as her signature issue if she was First Lady of the United States of America?
I think Melania, a great signature issue that she could have is a great pair of tits.
Excuse me?
A great pair of tits.
But what would that do for America?
Well, what can a great pair of tits not do for America?
Well, how is that going to help poor people or young children growing up?
Well, give them something to look up to and aspire to. And, for a young man, he'll be like, I want that in my life, somewhat of a model, mentor, wife figure. And for women, that is what an ideal pair of tits looks like. And they will know that.
So if she was First Lady, she would be promoting great pairs of tits.
Great pairs of tits. Really great ones.
Okay. Wow. This is really quite a surprising interview, Mr. Trump.
You're welcome.
Can you also say, you say now your wife would be promoting a great pair of tits. What role would the rest of your family have, your sons, et cetera? They've been very active in your campaign once you reach the White House.
That's a very good question. And thank you very much for asking it. You're doing a wonderful job. My family are wonderful. It's going to be fabulous to have them in the White House should I get there. And there's going to be many great jobs for them. Donald Jr., I think, would make a great Secretary of State. I think he'd be great for that job. Eric, doesn't quite have the brains of Donald. I'd maybe make him in charge of special needs kids in the United States.
But let me just stop you for a second. Since JFK promoted RFK to be the Attorney General, I think it's not legal anymore to have your relative have a cabinet secretary job.
No, we'll see about that. We'll talk to lawyers and see what we can do. There's got to be a way to get him in there. But either way, once he's a part of that, Eric, I think, would be excellent as head of education for special needs children. He's not so smart, Eric. He's a little bit slow. He's a very sweet man, but he's a little bit slow. But it'd be great, that kind of job, because it's not too hard. You're just kind of deciding what they're going to color in for the next week or the next year.
Does Eric know that you think he's slow?
Well, I wouldn't say that to his face.
You're saying it to the world.
That's a very good point. Hopefully he's probably not. He doesn't watch the news. But he's very sweet. We're going to have lots of pets there for him in the White House, lots of dogs. He loves dogs. He's great. He plays with all the pets. He goes around. You just can't give him a gun. You give him a gun, it's all over. He loves guns. It's not good, but don't give him any guns. He's very sweet, though.
What would he do with a gun?
Well, he might shoot the dogs, the White House dogs. And we're going to have many dogs there for him to play with, but just no guns for Eric.
We'll be talking more about your pets in just a minute. Mr. Trump, what's the biggest charitable donation that you've actually given?
Oh, that's very hard. That's very hard because I've given so many. And I've given some very, very big ones. Very big ones. For all the cancers and the retards and the spastics and
Retards and spastics?
yes, and the poor people charities that I give money to. I've given many big, big amounts to the charities. But I think my biggest charity, I mean, when I come to think of it, is my very presence.
Are you aware that we don't use words like retards anymore?
And this is part of my campaign. I am so against this political correctness, this whole PC thing. This is why my campaign is so on fire and it's reaching so many people, is because we're done with the PC. We're done with the political correctness. PC, and I joke to my friends, PC, pussy cunts. That's what it is. And I'm done with it. I'm done with it. We're all done with it. Mike Pence, me, Chris Christie, we're all done with it.
But developmentally disabled people are entitled to vote in this country.
And I hope that they do, for me. Because what do they got to lose? They're like the African Americans. What do they got to lose? They got nothing to lose. I would do such great things for them. I would put my son in charge of what they color in for the next couple of years. The educations.
Color in?
Well, yeah, coloring in, stencils and all that, special needs and what they do. They said, love to color in. That's what I heard.
Okay. Mr. Trump, this is a much more personal question, but we asked a lot of our radio listeners to tell us what they wanted to know. And they wanted to know who does your hair. Do you travel with a stylist and used to share the same stylist as your wife?
Yes, of course, I travel with a stylist. I need a hairstylist. It's one of the things that I need. I got an African-American girl who does it, whose name is not coming. Let's just call her my African-American. She's fabulous. She's fabulous. But of course, me and my wife can't share one because, well, that's a lot of hair to do in a short period of time. We can't have that. But my stylist is wonderful. I take her everywhere with me. It can be a little bit inconvenient because I'm in a lot of cars and planes, but it's fine because she folds right up and you can just put her in your carry-on.
Excuse me. Why is it relevant that she's African American?
Well, it's relevant because, well, that's the only defining feature of her other than she's a woman. And I just don't know her name, to be honest with you.
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Trump. Have you ever lied? And if so, when was that?
No, I have never lied. Lying is not part of my character. It never has been. I'll tell you, a lot of my friends in high school, they used to give me a nickname because I was so truthful. I mean, I got a lot of nicknames in high school. I was, tumultuous Trump, very tall Trump. They call me talkative Trump, big titty Trump because I love the big titties. Titty Trump, big titty Trump, double D titty Trump, big Dicky Donnie, sticky Dicky Donnie. And then they called me truthful Trump because, I was so truthful that was my nickname.
Now, we all have our makeup done before we go on air.
Sure.
And
yours is great, by the way.
Well, thank
It's
you.
beautiful.
And I thank the makeup artists for doing it.
Mhm.
But what we've noticed is that a lot of these millennials have tattoos. What do you think of tattoos?
It's a very good question because I've asked this of myself many times. I don't know how I feel about tattoos. Sometimes I see a woman walking down the street with a beautiful back full of tattoos and I'm, aroused. But there are other times that I see tattoos where I find them kind of, what do you think of tattoos?
Tattoos arouse you?
Well, sometimes, yeah. Well, what do you disagree?
Oh, I'm a first-generation American Jewish woman.
Oh.
I don't do tattoos.
So it's against your religion to wear a tattoo?
It's again.
It's a great shame because you look great with a nice leg one right here.
Yeah, maybe it would cover up how fat my legs are.
I'd still appreciate it.
Yeah, that would be nice. So there's been a lot of talk that if you don't become president, there'll be a Trump TV network. And if you do become president, that there will be a Trump TV network run by your children. Do you think it would be successful? And what do you think a Trump TV network would compose of?
Absolutely. I think a Trump TV network would be extremely successful. People love to see me do what I do. They love to follow me around. They love to see my kids do what they do. They love to see me, go to the bathroom, go and get my hair done. They love to watch me do everything. People just are fascinated by me. They're very entertained by me. And I think of that David Beckham thing that Nike did where he fell asleep and they filmed him falling asleep. And I think, they could do that with me, but I don't think Ivanka would approve.
And if you're president of the United States, you can't.
Sorry,
do
not
Trump
Ivanka,
TV.
Melania, excuse me.
If you're president of the United States, you can't do Trump TV other than giving to everybody else in the press room. So what would you do if you're president of the United States with Trump TV?
If I was president of the United States with Trump TV, well, they just followed me around, watch me do president stuff, make big decisions, bomb people. They would be right. I mean, it'd be great television. It'd be right in the decision room,
Bomb people?
Well, yeah, different countries, different annoying people, different people. When the big decisions come in, like Mr. Trump, should we shoot these people? Do you want us to bomb them? And I'd be sitting there, and you could, the music would come through. This great music. I'd have a great, Hans Zimmer type soundtrack on me close up, and I would be just thinking, do I drop the bomb? Do I do it? And this is reality TV in actual time. That's great. People would want to watch that. People would want to watch that. So absolutely, if I'm president, Trump TV would definitely be happening.
Well, what would you do with the other members of the press corps?
They'd be out of a job. Frankly, I wouldn't care. I don't like the press. I don't like them. The way they treat me, the way they talk. You've said some very mean things about me in the past. And, I forgive you. It's nice to sit down with you, to be honest. But, the press, as far as I'm concerned, if they lose their jobs, fine. They'd make great landscapers. They could mow lawns.
I couldn't mow a lawn.
You had the stature of a lawnmower.
I think the lawnmower is too big for me.
I've seen Mexicans your size push a lawnmower pretty damn well.
But speaking of Trump TV and other media, what role would Howard Stern play in your administration? Would you make him head of the FCC?
No. Howard Stern, it's funny. Howard Stern is a very good friend of mine. I like him very much. We like to talk on the phone and talk about sexy things. I've been on his show a number of times, talk about women and, naughty issues. What I love about Howard Stern is, and the only thing I can think that he could possibly play in my administration is a human microphone because of his curly hair. He's just got that great head of hair and it looks like a microphone. And I would just walk around with him and tap him on the head and say, hey, is this thing on?
That's what you would do with Howard Stern.
That's what I would do with him. I can't think of anything else to do with him.
Okay. That's very interesting, Mr. Trump. Did you dance with Hillary Clinton at your wedding?
I did. In all honesty, she's not a very good dancer. She's a very sweet woman, but she was very drunk. And that, to be honest, that's how she got her nickname, Crooked Hillary. It's not because of the lies and the emails and the horrible policies and the Wall Street speeches that she does for so much money, quite frankly. It's not because of that. It's because of how she danced with me at my wedding. She was crooked. She was falling all over. I was dancing the pachanga with her. I was doing a fabulous job. But she can't dance, quite frankly.
Did you ask her to dance?
I did. I asked her to dance. It was a mutual agreement that kind of happened with our bodies, as sometimes happens on dance floors. And when the pachanga music came on, it was just this magic.
So it was a magical dance?
It was a magical moment when we started the dance, and then we started to dance. She got very crooked, started falling over on me. Lucky I'm a very strong man, got a great upper body strength. I held her upright, and I danced the pachanga with her.
Now, speaking of dancing, if you do not win for president of the United States, will you be on Dancing with the Stars? Would you agree to go on that?
I have a lot of plans for if I'm not president of the United States. I don't know about going on.
Let me unmute us both here. All right, we're unmuted, and the showtime is officially started. It's Noodle Free Mondays, and it's the Noodle Free Monday podcast. This is the show we talk about all kind of nutty stuff that's going on in the world. We analyze why people be tripping like they do, and then we decide from our unprofessional psychological opinion why they're messed up and why we are perfectly sane. And that is the beauty of Noodle Free Mondays. I'm, of course, your main host, Mr. Cena Force, a.k.a. Poppy Carter Bad Boy, the last skit bag and whatnot. And I hope you guys enjoyed some of those comedy skits and my homies clowning on Trump. That one homie that does the acting for that, he's actually so famous now. He's like almost too famous to talk to me. That's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, we're out here in the game. I also got my co-host with me here, Mr. Volo M. Tautology. What's up with you, sir? Oh, he's muted. No, I already unmuted you. Oh, you gotta unmute yourself. It won't let me unmute you. Anyway, Rose must be off taking a piss or something weird like that. That's kind of like his thing.
Nah, your volume was low. I can hear you now.
Yeah. All right. So what's going on?
Nothing. No, your volume was low, but my mic was still muted too. So
yeah, there you go. Nah, because after the 30 thing goes off, I am muted, so you probably just remuted yourself and whatnot. So we in the game and whatnot. It's Noodle Free Mondays. You got any wrap up stuff? Anything exciting happened in the last couple of days?
no, nothing at all. I took a nap, so I just woke up in time and shit.
Well, I mean, I think that's the routine. That's the routine, isn't it? And whatnot. You know what I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. Look, man. You know what I did with my Sunday? Absolutely motherfucking nothing. I woke up at 7:30 a.m. I never left the bed that day. I went to bed at like 3 in the morning. Never got out the bed. John Madden coaching and movies and food all day. I had all these plans. Oh, I'm gonna wash clothes. Oh, I'm gonna make some presidential videos because I gotta put out my 2024 campaign, like rehash it. Oh, I need to make my new 2 stand-up comedy videos for my social media channel. Nope. So trust me, laying on your ass is the shit, and sleep is necessary after the age of 35. Did you know that science says we only need about 4 to 6 hours of sleep the older we get?
For a day?
Yeah, so like kids, right? Like, ever notice babies, people put them to bed at 9, they wake up at damn near 9 the next day. Babies sleep 10, 12, 18 hours. The older you get, they say the less sleep you need. So you don't actually need 8 anymore. You need around 4 to 6. So
Yeah,
that's why a lot of times, go ahead.
Yeah, I do like 4 and then, wake up and then do 4 or 3 more or whatever.
Yeah. We only need 4 to 6 and whatnot. We don't need as much as you think. Man, I used to go out and party with these LA guys. So I used to do a whole bunch of shit that I can't tell anybody about if I want to be president. But I used to be up all night. Sun's coming up. I would come home and I'd have to work in like an hour, right? And I was like, well, I can't go to sleep for real, because if I go to sleep hard, I'm going to miss the job, right? Or I'm going to sleep through my alarm because I've been up all night. So what I would do is I would just lay there in complete silence with my eyes closed for 30 minutes. I wouldn't move. I turned everything off. And I would just force my eyes to stay closed and not just do nothing for 30 minutes and not fall asleep. I would get up after this and I would feel as refreshed as I slept all night. So it's just a simple shutting down of your body, because that's all sleep is. Shut down your body. Don't take in any stimuli. Don't use any calories from movement. And give your brain a chance to download all the information into, I don't know, your cerebral cortex or whatever. And then you're right back in the game. So that's a tip for anybody out there that runs hard. If you can't really sleep and you got to get up, just lay there with your eyes closed for 20 or 30 minutes, even if you're not sleeping. And then get up and you'd be surprised you feel great. That's a tip right there. So do you have any specific topics for Noodle Free Mondays?
Nah, you see that's what emo actually doing and shit. This nigga keep, huh? And then he'll go right back to sleep and shit.
Oh, I mean, well, like probably like something. That's emo, man. Emo represent. I told you he plotting on your death, man. I don't know why you trusting niggas, man.
Noodles. It's it's because again, it ain't the people.
So you work during the day. You haven't had any experiences during the week that were noodleish?
Not with the people. It's they they bringing in the leadership, quote unquote.
Which means
like the human resources. That's like the Gestapo. And
so, what are your top pet peeves with human resources department in the modern era? What is noodly about modern human resources? Because you've been working for 20, 30 years like me, right?
Yeah.
So you've seen human resources change over this time. What is the difference between human resources then and now?
More causetry and sophistry than ever.
What were these big ass words? Look, I took the SAT test 15 years ago. I don't know words like that no more. You use more than 6 letters, I'm done. What was that?
Is the hypocrisy of who's the leader? Who's the one in charge?
Who's the one in charge
Yeah.
and whatnot? Now with human resources, because before, all the human resources, if they liked you and they knew you and they understood you, you were good. Nowadays, human resources is basically the people that can get you fired for being late.
Yeah.
Like human resources, I don't remember that used to be their job. That used to be like my manager's job, my lead's job, my general manager's job. How the fuck is human resources like, yo, this nigga Carl was 2 minutes late? You snitch little biznatches. Bunch of snitches. Y'all probably don't have it because you got the gig app. But I was gonna say, do y'all have the application that monitors you and you gotta check in and out of it? If you don't clock in the right time, you get like an email like, why didn't you change the thing? I was like, nigga, I was working and I was not focused. Yeah, have you dealt with that yet?
Fam, they track you with the phone. I guess with the gig apps, it's all about your phone. So
well, it's the same concept because you got to remember, I'm working from home. They gave me a laptop, so they gave me the mini desktop, like the Mac one. You want to get, and then they I guess every couple of years they update, they refresh your technology. It's like a corporate thing. So now they gave us a laptop, one of the old IBM ThinkPads, that thing, and so I use that now. And whatnot. And basically, that's just a big ass phone that opens up in a flip manner, right? It's just a flip phone. A laptop is nothing but a big ass flip phone. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Right? So yes, they track us with it. They got us on the apps. I got that little code generator thing over here. I gotta hit to get in. But recently, our security is so good. They said we no longer have to do our password change update. So I've set my last password for forever until I either get fired or quit this job.
Yeah.
So no, it's good. I mean, it's dope. It's cool. But have you ever had the jobs where they got the little system and you know how they watch you for quality assurance?
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody out there has a computer job. If they have a monitoring system, if you see a little red dot show up on one of your programs randomly, ironically, when you clock in, you clock out. Maybe when you usually dilly-dally, they be patterning you, my dude. They algorithm you, right? They have the system or a human that actually records it. They come there and watch your screen for 5 or 10 minutes. And it's going to be a little red dot. Now, if you ask them, they'll say, no, they're not recording. No, that means they're watching you right then and there. So if you're working a computer job and you see a weird red dot show up on your apps in the tabs, your job is recording you at the moment. Make sure you cut off the naked yoga that Volo is obsessed with. It is. That's why you be sleep all the time.
No, I don't do that damn yoga.
But that's right. Deny everything. You're gonna make a great mayor.
Yeah. But I tell the truth. I mean, I used to watch the Animal Crossing maker people stuff. Make a beautiful island and share a video of it. I'll sit there and watch that shit. Not to make a yoga. You don't put me down with it, ironically, right?
Yeah.
But you're right, man. It's crazy. Like you can they on some, you 4 minutes late. 2 times and you gone.
You gone.
And it's
Or you
like,
get an occurrence.
yeah.
An occurrence. Who the fuck are you? A slave master, motherfucker? Occurrence.
And they bring in human resources just to amplify that and shit, right?
And they got the nerve to just bring these big old jolly white women. It's always some big old jolly white bitch. Oh, hi everybody! Everybody loves Beth. It's like this big old jolly bitch is getting niggas, and kids are starving because of her.
I'm gonna say allegedly on that one.
Allegedly, but it's always a big old jolly broad and whatnot. A couple of fine ass big booty sisters, and then one dude that really likes Atlanta, Georgia.
I know. So there's gonna be some changes around here. As soon as they announced it, I was like, "There's gonna be some changes around here." You know me though. I'm the best worker, so I'll be at 5 of.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the beauty of the gig app thing. It's kind of like you're working for them, but you're not working for them, right?
Yeah. But the kids don't give a fuck. They, you know what I'm saying? So
let me tell you something. Let me say something right here about these little niggas, right? Yeah, and I don't know if you heard with the technician in DAS, right? Have you ever heard the technician talk about how he wants to be a YouTuber and a gamer?
Nah, he ain't trying.
So the technician's dream, and this is everybody's son or child I meet. Everybody that I got friends, they got kids because they actually were stupid enough to get somebody pregnant in the last 15 to 30 years, right? So I've been all their kids that are like teens and 20s, all of them say the same thing. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a live gamer. The technician is one of the guys playing the military game, trying to get ranked really high. My homie Heath that lives in Arizona, his son was recently ranked like number 1 in like the Eastern Hemisphere one night. And he's like 15. For what's that one where the one there Fortnite. For Fortnite. He was like number 1 at Fortnite. Eastern John at a point, right? And that's like a big deal. And then when I used to go home before I started this podcast thing, one of the things that the technician, I want to be a YouTuber. You know what I mean? I want to be a YouTuber. My internet is low as shit. Nothing is even hooked up. It's running though, I guess.
You stuttering a little bit in there.
I kind of want to unplug it and restart and see what happens. We're gonna experiment.
You gonna keep going or hold on?
No, I'm just gonna unplug it and restart because I remember I think last time I think it still keeps going for a second. So let's see.
You need more Wi-Fi. Or what's that? Wi-Fi or connection points. That's what they said. That's what they try to sell to us. So I don't even know if you're still recording right now. 1 2 1 2. Shout out to Wobby, Master Wobby. I seen Corey today. He was a gaming. He was a gaming master on that. As far as Call of Duty and stuff, he might have been ranked number 1. So I wonder if this is still flowing. But I see the emblem. Let's test it out. Ziggy, Ziggy, what's the word of the day?
Okay, here is the word of the day from the SAT Word of the Day skill. Today's SAT prep word of the day is arid. It means land that does not have enough water to support the growth of plants, and it's spelled A-R-I-D. Here's how you use arid in a sentence. Nothing would grow in her garden because of the arid soil. If you're enjoying your SAT Word of the Day, check out our high-scoring Scrabble and Words with Friends Word of the Day skill. Just ask Alexa to open Scrabble Word of the Day for help beating your word game competition.
Nice, nice. So it seemed like it worked because I see in my thing, I see you stayed up the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So you were like, when you was doing the word of the day, it was just centered on you and now. Well, hey, do the slang word. Oh, wait, what was the word of the day?
Arid.
Arid.
Yeah.
Okay. The entire planet is extremely arid right now because we keep sucking too much oil out of it, and eventually it's going to be like Mars. So we need to send 41 nuclear bombs to Mars to reset up their atmosphere. So after we suck this planet dry, we can move there. And that's what arid does when you're irresponsible with your planet. Word of the day. SAT words. I got an 1100, even though like 750 of that was math. But don't you judge me. I'm not. I know words. Slang word of the day.
It was Ziggy. Enable slang word of the day. Ziggy, enable slang word of the day.
Okay, here's slang word of the day.
Today's slang word of the day is ship. It's an abbreviation of the word relationship and is used when you approve of fictional or desired romances. Here's how you use it in a sentence. I ship Jenna and Jim. They would be so cute together. If you're enjoying your slang word of the day, check out your dictionary's SAT prep word of the day skill.
What?
Find and enable it in the Alexa app by searching SAT word of the day to start learning.
Number one, I just want to say that slang word of the day was racist. I don't know what it was. What was that word, Volo?
I'm sitting working on
You
it.
say
So I
shed? Like
You on this-
SHED, like I shed somebody, like get off me. Is that what she said?
Maybe.
Can you ask him to repeat that?
Ziggy, what's the slang word of the day?
To launch the slang word of the day skill, say Alexa, open slang word of the day.
Ziggy, enable slang word of the day.
Okay, here's slang word of the day.
Today's slang word of the day is ship. It's an abbreviation of the word relationship and is used when you approve of fictional or desired romances. Here's how you use it in a sentence. I ship Jenna and Jim. They would be so cute together. If you're enjoying your slang word of the day, check out your dictionary.
You make the racist woman stop. All right.
It was
Number one, I'm gonna call Dr. Umar right the fuck now. Nobody black has ever said that. That is not slang. That is not hood. Look. You know how you would say that in a sentence because the white woman made it feel racist.
But
okay?
I think it was two women that she named.
No, they all racist. Whatever they are, they're all a bunch of racist white women. This feminists that eat that rug.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be lesbian, man.
Allegedly. Because I would like to sit in the corner and watch you rug munch, so I can't hate, right? But shit, you know how I would say it? Yo, dog, man, yo, dude be like, yo, you want to go to the what was that bar called near your house? The strip club?
Sables.
Yo, you want to go to Sables? Nah, fam, I can't. I'm in the ship. I can't do that. That's how you use the word ship. I never used it before, but if it's short for relationship, that's how you use it. Yo, fam, nah, I can't go smash the hoes. I'm in the ship, yo. You know how that is. I'm on the ship. It's like the slave days. I'm cuffed up. I don't want to get thrown off the boat with a rock on my foot by my girl. I'm on the ship. So that's how you use ship properly. But the way she used it makes it feel very racist. I rebuke that woman. And whatnot. So excellent job. And it seems the show went well. I got my internet back up. I reset my internet. So everything's fresh, looking good. We're linked up here. So that's good. Word of the day. All right. So we might as well keep it on going. Do you have any topics, noodle topics on your mind?
I think we. I'm trying to remember where we left off at. Talking about getting fired for being 5 minutes late.
Yeah. Well, no, human resources was the thing we were focused on. Did you
Yeah.
have any other Noodle human resources complaints?
I'm trying to. I'm trying to think of the point that I was trying to make. I don't even know anymore, man. When we're talking about the kids and they not understanding this shit.
Kids don't get them, man. I'm so scared because it's just like they don't care.
Well, they set up to, you know what I mean? Like the one I showed up 15 minutes late, but I wasn't even 15 minutes late. But they tracked me, so they know I got there, 4 minutes late, but I didn't have to walk 20 minutes from where the parking place is at all the way to the main building. And when I got there, they sent me, it's a long walk, especially if they're extra crowded.
Yeah.
And when I got there, they was like, nah, you late, and sent me home.
Wait, you can't get like that. Well, I guess it's a side job, so you can't get that medical exemption shit. They got one out here where I can get it from my sciatica and bad leg. BAS, what up?
Yo, BAS.
What it do, guy?
Shit, another day, you already know.
That's what I'm talking about.
So what's up with y'all? How y'all doing?
We chilling, man.
Settled in, jamming, but we was just talking. We was talking about human resources and jobs and how they be messing with fools for no fucking reason.
Oh man,
they cracking down on the attendance on being late.
Yep.
You 5 minutes late. That's a write up.
Yeah. Yeah. After 5 minutes, it's the write up. At 6 minutes, you don't love your job. It's just like, yo, I've been coming here for 10 years. I'm late once a month. Calm the fuck down, right?
man. When I was working for the union and shit, I had a fucking human rep lady in my pocket, bro.
Yeah.
And all that shit you talk about, the attendance and all that shit, bro. You were supposed to only have like 11 points throughout the year and shit. Bro, when I got fired, I had 30 something fucking points that year and shit. They had no choice but to fire me and shit. And the other reason I lasted that long was because I was good at what I was doing and shit.
Huh?
The reason I didn't get fired was I was good at what I was doing and shit.
Yeah, if they like you can break as many rules as you want damn near and whatnot.
But that last point, bro, they was like, nah, we can't deal with it no more. Sorry, you gotta go.
What? No, I was
that was a
telling
union job too.
Go ahead.
And that was a union job at that.
Oh yeah, union jobs. Oh yeah, Joe Biden and Obama don't like that.
Oh shit! Ain't no fucking union, bro. That's just a fucking highway robbery right there with them motherfuckers and shit.
Well, it's a plus and minus because basically what happened was the unions all got ran by the mobsters and the Teamsters. So it was supposed to be a bunch of regular guys getting together so we could force them to pay us an equal wage, right? But what happened was a lot of regular people, we're not good with our mouth and we're not good with sales. So then we pick a guy that's good with sales. He always ends up being in the mob or being a scammer. And then he ends up kind of screwing us over. So then the union seems like it's robbing you. But on the same hand, I had a homeboy that drove for SEPTA. Yo, he was hooked on Oxycontin. You remember when cats was hooked on Oxycontin back in like the 90s and 2000?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was hooked on them Oxys, right? Driving SEPTA, fam. Right?
Wow.
Yeah. And he got so fucked up on him, he banged out the SEPTA bus one time.
Wow.
Dog. They basically couldn't fire him, even though he was like, couldn't fire him. They had to like take him to court. It took like years. He got all this money, and like he basically got away with it. When the reality was he was an Oxycontin head, and he banged out the motherfucking joint, dipping off and shit. And they couldn't fire him or do it. Or they didn't prosecute him. They didn't send him to jail or nothing like that. So that's why unions are good, for example.
Man, I stay away from jobs that have that when I hear union in a job, I don't know. I'm cool. I'm not going back. I'm not working in no fucking union again, bro. Bro, they quick to take your money out your check, but they're not quick to help you out when you need that their help and shit.
Yeah.
So fuck
like,
that.
Yeah, we got you. Yeah. That's the union. Yeah, it's an up and down thing and whatnot. Like That's
fucking much.
I need to make a plan for that for my presidential thing. What else been going on? Is it still hot as hell back in Philly?
And you see me with the windows open and shit. Yeah, bro. Hot. Well, today wasn't that bad. Actually, she wasn't as humid like the other day, but it was still hot.
Yeah, you know California.
The streets is fucking wild right now, bro. The last week or so, been a lot of fucking shootings and shit. Remember, I texted you earlier about the Dilly's son and shit.
Yeah.
Bro,
No, I put him in the title. And, you know, we can speak on that. So, R.I.P. to YNG Cheese, Gilly's son. He
Rest
was
in
out.
peace.
You know what I mean? I heard he's just out in the streets doing his thing. Some dudes approached him. They tried to run and bounce, and you know they hit him up and whatnot.
That night when that shit happened, right? Because that shit happened around my aunt crib over by Godfrey and shit. Like literally like a couple blocks away and shit. So I was doing my last delivery around there that night and shit. So I drove by, I see the cops. I'm like, well, there's always shootouts around there. So I ain't paying no mind to it and shit.
Yeah.
So on the way back, going back to the pizza shop again, I see more cops and I see the yellow tape. I see the numbers on the ground and all that shit. But like I said, there's always shootings up there. So I just kept it going and shit. So the next day, my son broke it down and told me what happened and shit. And it's fucked up. The reason I wanted to talk about it was because, damn, like Gilly and Wallow be looking out for these young boys and try to fucking give them knowledge. And look what happened to his own son, bro.
Yeah, you know, no, it's grimy because I'm sure his son was smart about how he moved, but sometimes if you just out there,
He wasn't smart that night.
Huh?
I said he wasn't that smart that night and shit.
Well, I think it's just bad luck. Like, for example, the year before Wing passed, I had came home the year before, and I was home for Christmas. I spent the whole 10 days hanging out with them on the porch on Wink's block, kicking it, doing what we do, hanging out. You know how it is. You outside smoking on the floor. You can't smoke in grandma's house. You can't smoke in my house, right? So everybody outside, remember how cold it is, right? Yo, dog, the day after I left, some of the young boys got into some shit and a drive-by happened. And the one other homeboy that I was kicking it with at his house, mind you, he wasn't a banger. He was a working type nigga like me. He knows everybody, right? So he hangs out. He lives on that block. He hangs out there. He's one of Wayne's homies. He was the dude with the dreads across the street and whatnot. He hanging out there with them night. None of them got shot. He got hit in the motherfucking leg. And I'm like, damn, if I'd have stayed another day, I'd have been out there that night. So sometimes it's not even like you know what I mean? It's kind of like you just wrong place, wrong time. But I mean,
I ain't gonna lie, that little part where he got killed there and shit, over there by Godfrey and shit, bro.
Huh?
Bro, it's always shootouts around there, bro. Every fucking night, they fucking shooting at each other for nothing, bro. I can understand they arguing about money, respect. No, they arguing about dumb shit and they get fucking shot up and shit.
I don't know. I think
It's crazy that block, that I saw the cops with the numbers on the floor and shit. That's the fucking block that they stole my car and I chased the young man. I'll tell you a story about that shit.
Oh yeah, they banged it out,
So,
right?
Yeah, so the reason why I thought that was just like random shit, like, because they always going on that fucking block.
Yeah.
And then I come to find out, I hear that shit. I'm like, I feel bad because as a father, bro, at the end of the day, I wouldn't want that to happen to anybody and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like I said, fucking Gilly and Wallow be looking out and try to give all these fucking young boys a fucking knowledge and shit. Look at this shit, bro.
Yeah, they did their shit. They really did a great podcast. They got a great deal. And did you hear what's the guy's name? Hassan Campbell. Did you hear what he said? That disrespectful shit?
Who?
Oh, Hassan Campbell is clowning Gilly and his son for him getting shot.
For real? Damn, for real? I ain't hear about that, for real?
All right, we're gonna watch that right now. Let me look that joke up.
Who the fuck is who's that?
Some
New York boy, light skinned dude, half Puerto Rican, used to fuck with African Bombada and them. Controversial. He said Bombada messed with him.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about another Hassan?
Man, that's crazy. How you gonna kick a man down, especially now what he going through right now and shit?
Oh, dude, I told people, I said, you know what? I'm not no gangster. I am not no criminal. I'm nothing like that. But I can tell you, this might get him punched in the face by somebody from Philly that's just happened to be in New York one day. So here it is right here. I'm going to bring it up and then I'm going to share it. But my rule is I'm trying to get good with my sharing. So I try to like get niggas' names and shit so I can share the name and shit. 1 second here. Let me see. I want to give him credit. No, 1 second. Let me go back to this shit. Let me get this new Hassan credit. Because YouTube has been good. giving me no strikes for showing shit for the last 3 weeks ever since the first couple because I've been doing my fair use shit. So I'm gonna do this. So we got to go to the little John, go over here, go to the banner, go to my little fair use banner, update that shit to his son motherfucking name.
Yeah, so that shit was crazy over the weekend, bro.
Oh man,
Like I said, as a father,
yo,
like
dog,
a father, and then
go ahead.
My son being as a father, and my son being the age that he is, bro. Like that's a call I hope I would never get, or I don't wish I nobody. You feel me?
Oh man, look, the rule is a parent should never have to see their child go before them. It's the worst.
Right.
Period. You know what I mean? Like I feel that to the core and whatnot. So we got this here. We got the credit up. Let's get this credit up. Boom, Hassan, get his name up here. Let's grab his video. We got it. Share. You know, credit to Hassan Campbell. You know, we don't like what he did, but I still respect what he does. There he is. I don't know where he goes off. So I'm going to just skip through it and see if I can catch him messing with some stuff, and I'm going to just play it and skip through because I don't know where he really says it. But you see what the title is. It's directly about the whole situation. So let's see what Hassan got to say.
Right?
I'm going to skip some. Nothing.
Firstborn sons of the pharaohs. And one night, he wiped them all out to set a sign. Do you understand the power of God and how he works? Do you understand when you sit down at Satan's table, there is no in between? Do you understand when they sit down at Satan's table, there's a door? Everybody know that Puffy's at the top of that door? Everybody know that Puffy is at the top of that door. Who puts that on that casket? He was an angel. No, he wasn't. When he went to sleep, and I'm not talking about Gilly's son, I'm talking about all these young boys. Okay. Why he threatened Takeoff to shut up so he could be in the industry. Allegedly. Order, the new world leader. They say life's a bitch and then you die. Y'all not paying attention to the timeline that's going on right in front of your face?
I'm trying to skip through and see if I can find him say something directly.
Fuck, y'all wasn't listening to Tekashi when he sat up there in America.
God,
It's on the coastline, and that's death by design. It's my pot. This is my house. Let's get to that. They can mass flag my page. That's why I keep taking. All these years went by. Y'all see me in the hood. You want to roll up a joint. The nigga dropped food and water over to Puerto Rico because he is a puppet. Low views. So I said, oh, all right, I got some.
Who are you talking about right there?
Why they keep?
Let me go back
and see what y'all don't understand off of it. Roll the weed. No, a knife in jail. I'm trying to escape out the jail. The devil is a liar.
Check this out.
He doesn't spend his time with the wicked. He spends his time with the righteous. The devil does not spend time with the wicked. He spends his time with the righteous because his job is to destroy you. The devil will stay amongst your house and amongst your family until your wife say, I want a divorce. And until you say you want a divorce. The devil's job is to break up the family. God made the original Trinity, man, woman, and child. He puts you here to raise your children, to protect your woman, to raise your children, to raise leaders, tribal leaders, not real. You want to roll up a joint. How you gonna win when you ain't right with things? How you gonna win with the hood? Why do you think you see Fat Joe getting on a plane, going to Puerto Rico, dropping off food? They had a no-fly zone. The nigga dropped food and water over to Puerto Rico because he is a puppet. The Black Panther Party got murdered because they got free lunch and put up stop signs and started building the community. So they said this is too much power.
Yo, the technician said that shit might be at the beginning, you heard?
The FBI.
What'd you say?
The technician said it might be at the beginning and shit.
Was that the beginning?
Right now, the boy sound like he's just rambling about nothing and shit.
All right, let's go back to the very beginning.
You all right? Yeah, shout out to you, bro. Always keeping it real, you know?
keeping the people woke. Well, might as well add on to that real quick. No sorry for you and your viewers. You know, since they
He was
just
talking
been
with somebody on the iPhone screen that he had somebody pulled up.
Yeah, right about there, sir.
Y'all saw, let me ask you something. They be claiming they apes. If they really gorillas,
Right here, maybe?
No,
Is that the one?
There's 3 different doors, right? There's 3 different ways to walk. There's to the left.
No, you gotta keep going
to
back,
the
bro.
right,
Keep on.
and then
Go back
there's
to the
straight.
beginning.
Straight
Like
is
at the
your
50
own,
second
y'all.
mark. My son said go to about the
Let's
50
see if you
second mark.
continue this success, young man.
50 seconds?
Let's see if it
You
was
had
all
like a
about
50
your
seconds or
skills, young man. Let's really see that. You went straight. To the right. Raised and under a man that come from a cave. So I'm off to get guns and grenades, but I'll be back in a couple of days. Yeah, I'm on like a Django, like Jamie Foxx. Sharpshooter when I aim these shots. They like, here come the pigs, and I'm like, good, cause I came for the cops. I bang on my opposition, hip hop's been glitching since Pac's been missing. That's why
Yo, Mr. T, I think you gotta go further back, bro.
I ain't gotta listen.
Run it back?
I already know what it is.
You gotta go further back and shit.
Go further back. Yeah, I guess he trying to show that he be talking gangster stuff, and then this happens to his son.
You alright?
I'm gonna just let it run.
Yeah, shout out to you, bro. Always keeping it real, you know? Keeping the people woke. You know? Might as well add on to that real quick. No sorry for you and your viewers.
Well, my son said, right? You see how you holding up the phone right there?
Yeah.
The phone will be on the opposite side.
Opposite side?
Yeah, it's at the 50-second mark.
That's the 52nd, but the people that may have reposted it may have inverted it so they don't get copyright strikes. So they flipped this video. You think they just flipped this video?
Hold on, what's it?
To avoid copyright
Yeah,
strikes?
hold on. My phone wrong. My bad. You're in the wrong video.
He talking about it. He reacting to what he said, what he had to say about him. That's the whole point of the
Billy's
video.
reacting? Let me look. Let me see. Okay, Hassan.
Well, fuck him. What he said anyway?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna check on my man on Hold on.
Would you mind standing up? Oh my God, have mercy, Jesus.
Some of you motherfuckers ain't gonna never get no fucking
Better. Nigga coin. That's right. It's about time that black people have their own cryptocurrency.
What you got on, bro?
It's him.
Oh,
It's
it's
him.
good.
He's cutting up. He on some nut shit. O'Shea's silly. O'Shea's silly. I like him though. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. But he's got a review of it. So let's see who his is. But let's make sure we give him credit.
Bolo, what's up, Bolo?
All is good.
Just making sure you still awake over there and shit.
Yeah, I'm up.
All right, there we go. I'll bring this up and let me share this. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go.
That's him reacting off of what Gilly said, or
No, it's him reacting to because he had an opinion, and I guess nobody liked his opinion. Somebody reacted to his
Let me
opinion.
just
And he
say,
reacted to what the
I
boy had
was
to
so.
Yeah, well, this guy's probably gonna do a short version of it. His name is Shay Duke Jackson. Go like and follow his page. But he'll give us like the quick version. What were you guys saying?
I said you probably watching the original video where he actually said it the first time and shit, and my son is watching the video where I guess he's reacting to what people saying about what he said and shit.
Where is is it on Hassan's channel?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Well, I was just watching it right now with him and shit.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, at the top of his channel 3 days ago. 8 minutes 38 seconds.
The one he said was 3 days ago, and it's 8 minutes what?
38 seconds.
Oh, the 7
8
minute
minutes
John? The 7 minute John. Okay, here we go. There you go. This one. All right, let me give him his props back. Boom.
So, Mr. C, what did he say then? Because it look like you're never gonna find that shit.
No, I think I got it right here. I'm gonna go to the 50-second mark because this is 3 days ago. This might be right here.
I did a story, and I was talking about a brother that got murdered, right? And I said he got his snot box rocked, he got his TV turned off, he got aired out so bad he was rolling around on the floor doing a hula hoop. It wasn't because I was disrespecting the dead. It was because I was fed up and sick and tired of seeing our brothers, our younger brothers, older brothers, whatever, get aired out. Shall we begin? Now, first and foremost, right? I just got one question for Gilly and Wallow, right? How you get $100 million and your kid is still in the hood? Heal up, wheel up, bring it back, come rewind. Hold up. How do you get $100 million check? Why is your kid still in the hood? Let me tell you a little story, right? Not too long ago, I had an individual that I was trying to help. He wanted to go viral. So we sent some dudes after I did a live outside on University in Burnside, 1895. Go outside, smash my window, keep my car in the middle of the night. Then told people on the internet I got chased by gunmen. You're right. Right? This is what they did. The next day, a couple of days, the same individual that I tried to help did an album cover with me in a coffin to go viral. Right? That's just to give you an example of how dirty the streets is. See, 1895 is gone now. And now my wife and kids is living in a castle somewhere yonder.
All right, so I guess his whole point is that he shouldn't have had his people living around here. So what do you guys got to say about it? What do you have to say, BS?
Bro, listen, at the end of the day, that young boy was a grown man. You can't stop him from going, you know what I mean, touching the streets. You feel me? He gonna do it, you feel me? It was just like you said, it was just unfortunate that it happened to him and shit, but you can't stop young boys, especially nowadays. These young boys are all like, they got their minds made up and shit, you feel me? Yeah, he should have moved a little bit better than what he did, but like I said, you can't stop these young boys from doing what they want to do with shit, you feel me?
No, you can't. You can't. Best you can do is just like give them some tips and teach them how to stay out of shit and teach them how to look out for the bullshit coming so they can be on the move. That's the best you can do and whatnot. So that's that right now. Bolo, what's your opinion?
I'm so confused. I don't know the whole story.
Well, basically, to put it simple, you remember the Major Figures rap group, correct?
What's that group?
Major Figures.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with him.
So you know who Gilly the Kid is?
Nah, I don't.
He's a Philly rapper.
What?
Yeah, I don't.
Bolo's one of them old niggas. He old. He don't listen to that. He don't listen to that beebity bop, boobity bop stuff that the kids. He's like, oh, that's that kids.
But still, but fucking Gilly and Wallow got one of the biggest fucking podcasts going on right now. Like they shit come up all the time on fucking Instagram and Facebook and all that shit.
Okay, I know how I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna play 15 seconds of Cross the Border. He'll remember that.
What song? That song and shit? That wasn't dumb.
Wait, that was Philly's Most Wanted.
Yeah, that wasn't dumb.
Oh, what was Major? Let me just put in their name. Major.
They had that song. I think it was like, that's us.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's us. You remember that, Bolo?
I just found out about Pop Smoke.
I don't think he's alive anymore.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So I'm gonna play a few seconds of this because I have to play less than 30 seconds or something for it to be fair use. I'm still gonna put this up here. I'm playing this from Turn's channel. I don't even put it up here anyway. Even though I'm only
you know what's the funny thing is shit? Now you got all these videos fucking, like the boy, he just made a comment about what happened and shit. I was watching some boy, I forget his name and shit. He was like, oh yeah, Philly's really dangerous, but the worst part of Philly now is Omni section. I'm like, really? Oh my God. Because of what happened and shit.
I mean, shit, the whole city. To me, the whole city is on fire, man. It's just
Right.
like,
I just up there. My opinion is from up there because I lived up there for a long time. Me and my son and shit. Like what they shoot at each other for is not the same shit what we shoot at each other down here for. You feel me? Like down here, we're doing it over fucking either money, respect. But up there, I don't know. Like up there, we almost a tweet up there, bro.
no, man, they be looking for reasons. And nowadays, cats seem like they just looking for reasons. I don't get it. All right, commercial. You don't remember this fellow?
Kinda.
You just the one here. Turn the beat up. Like this
All right, I'm gonna pause it right quick. We only allowed to play in 30-minute gap, 30-second gaps and whatnot. I'm gonna change the screen for a second. Then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna bring it back up.
I ain't gonna lie, all the rappers from back in the day from Philly and shit, like Freeway, Beat Mills, PD Crack, they all been showing love to fucking Gilly. They even have a picture, like a group picture of all of them together and shit.
Yeah.
And you know, half the motherfuckers don't even get along with each other no more, but they still did it for Gilly and shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way
it was Siegel, Freeway, all the niggas from back in the day and shit, from the fucking 90s and shit that were all did music and Meek Mills and shit.
Yeah,
I don't know if Uzi was there, but
it's a shame.
We had in 96 and when Tone died.
You remember this song,
Molo?
Yeah,
that's us at the mall with the Don and the Chris. And I promise you this, blow up, I'm gonna do that. 5 coupe, land on a lot, royal blue that. Real dog never drops soil where his food at. Don't eat and don't spit if you eat.
Yeah, that was the shit. Did you hear what he said? Don't spit if you weak. Remember that used to be something mandatory in hip hop. If you was whack on the mic, you speak. But have you guys heard "Sexy Red"?
bro, I just found out about her for the first time the other day and shit. Fucking old boy was talking about her and shit. Bitch look hit.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. I am extremely conflicted with "Sexy Red." Do you know why? What's your opinion on "Sexy Red", BAS?
Well, I can't really give you too much one. I just saw that one picture that he showed me and shit. And
you ain't heard the music yet?
And I heard the one song with her and the baby. That's about it. I didn't even know who she was until a couple of days ago.
Well, you know, her coochie is pink and her booty hole is brown. I think it may be inverse where her coochie is brown and her booty hole is pink, but that's a whole nother conversation. Basically, she's a terrible rapper. She's like Sukiyaki. Terrible. But she is fine as hell. She's slutty as fuck. And I'm going to be honest, you know how old people complain? You know how old people get, right? Oh, I don't like that. And I said, you know what? If I was 19, I would think, because I like Little Kim. I like Foxy Brown. So you telling me I wouldn't have liked Glorilla's deep voice? You telling me I wouldn't have liked Sexy Red and her little thug behind song, no matter how bad the rapping was? You telling me I wouldn't have liked Sukiyaki and her trash self if I was 19 right now? So I'm trying to be understanding. So I get why they like them, but the music is terrible.
Most of the fucking new music is ass right now.
Huh?
I said 90% of music nowadays is ass right now.
Well, because you know what it is? Music shifted from like your skills to like who you are as a person. So like Tekashi 6ix9ine is still successfully making music because people are all into his person shit, not his rap. The Sexy Red, her whole thing is, it's not that she's such a dope rapper. She's actually using beats, old beats and songs. Glorilla, same thing. They use old beats, old concepts. Like her new popular song is one of the Silk the Shockers hooks and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, but and the rap is bad, but the concept is that I'm a bad bitch. I got some twerking hoes. Look, I gotta show you some of this. This is ridiculous. We're gonna do a 30-second of Sexy Red. You gotta see 30 seconds.
Then Gorilla, like that's an ugly bitch for real. That bitch look like something like the alien when he remember the movie Alien and shit. Remember the little
like
head that would come out the mouth and shit. That's what she look like.
No, she kind of busted, but that's like her thing. I'm a bony ass freak broad. You know, that's like her thing.
Busted or not, that bitch. She ugly as shit, bro.
Yeah.
There's no fucking goopy. There's no surgeries and shit for that.
No, she said, look, I'm ugly, I don't care type shit. She said she ugly, she don't care. That's the game. We'll look at her new song. Now they're from St. Louis. Do you guys know anything about St. Louis?
Other than fucking Nelly, nah.
Well, guess what, BAS? If you watch the old movie that was like called Hood to Hood, St. Louis niggas act like Philly. They say "ya mean," they say "bull," they say "John." It's a main black city and whatnot. Yeah, they talk just like us. The dudes be having dreads and like low cuts. And guess what kind of cars they like in St. Louis, BAS?
What?
What do you think? What kind of cars they like in Philly?
Buicks.
What kind of cars they like in Philly?
Impala, Buick, Crown Vics.
What kind of cars do the kids like?
Hondas?
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get to
That's
it.
the poppies right there. That's why I ain't saying shit.
Well,
all right, let me think. It's Buick. There's Buick, Impala.
I used to complain about these cars all the time because of Daddy
All
Trump.
the Hellcats and shit.
Yes, sir. And guess what?
But
her
that
new
shit
hot
all over the
song is
United
called?
States, though. I'm gonna keep it real. Who this right here?
Sexy Red.
Supposedly that Drake bitch and shit. That's what we were talking about it. You heard?
It's sexy. Yeah. Bad bitches, we like fast cars. We like niggas that sell drugs with fast cars.
What was you saying?
I said supposedly that Drake bitch right there. You better be careful before we get canceled and shit.
Yeah, well, that's how it is and whatnot. But
Fuck
this
him
is
and
Sexy
shit.
Red, and she's what we call a classy lady. And let's look at some.
I mean, I give her though. I ain't gonna lie, she do look better than Glorilla. Cause Glorilla, oh my god.
Oh, Sexy Red is an attractive lady. That's not her problem, but like she just it's the evolution of Little Kim. You know what I mean? You notice they all do the Little Kim pose now, the squat in sexy clothes. They do the jail pose now. That's like the new thing they all do. So
oh shit, you funny as shit. You took a jail pose.
If he
you
want
just
my
listen to the
with
bars.
my coochie, why he drive? We on our way to Mars. Put the Benz in sport mode. Nigga, I ain't no regular hoe. I don't do insurance for my whips. This ain't Geico. Keep my car, you want to stupid bitch. Yeah, I buy hoe. Diamonds busting through the
Now, BS, can Sexy Red rap?
Fuck no.
But how many views do you think this song has, BS?
I'm gonna say in the millions and shit. I'm not even gonna say an exact number. I'm gonna say millions and millions and shit.
Well, she just dropped it 4 days ago. How many do you think she has in 4 days? And she has only 185,000 subscribers.
She probably got like 500K.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm glad that my daughters don't like this
She
kind
has
of music and shit.
357,000 views. You know how many views I got on most of my songs? Have been up for 7 years. 200. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't care how good of a rapper I am. For some reason, she's the better rapper. According
and my car like drunk aside on the robbery. When I spend my weed,
she's attractive.
Red bitch, you know I do it big. I be smoking something used to can't handle big sexy.
This is what the kids are looking at. That's it.
I'm good. I'll probably watch the video with her mute though.
Bounce my ass in traffic, you in a hoopty hole, you lagging. Pull up in some fast.
So that's Sexy Red. For everybody that's never seen Sexy Red, so she's one of the troublemakers out there. So what is your overall opinion on Sexy Red and her rapping and her success, Mr. BAS?
I mean, shit, she's successful. That's what's up. More power to her. But as a rapper, I don't think she can rap at all.
Yeah, most of them can. Her, Sukiana. It's another girl named Lotto. You ever heard of Lotto?
Oh no, Lotto's a sexy bitch. Listen,
but she
I can watch her video all day. Huh? That bitch bad though. Her fucking Ice Spice, they both thick as shit, bro.
Ice Spice is another. But see, like I said, it's about you as a person and not really your rap. It's like if they like you as a person first, then they're like, okay, I like the rap music. It's just different.
I always say controversy always sells, bro.
I mean, sex sells, violence
Pretty
sells,
much.
and if it bleeds, it leads. So I get it. Any other noodle stuff that has happened or topics on your mind?
Skip me. You might have to go to roller. Let me think about that one.
Yeah. No, here, ever since it gets hot every summer, they just do car chases. Like the first really hot day last week, it was like 3 car chases in one day. It was all day. Like I didn't do.
I don't think the cops really give people chases anymore because they lazy over here, Philly,
They
bro.
be live streaming that John out there where you at.
Oh, dog, it's
It's
OJ.
gonna be funny as shit. I be watching them Johns.
Every day, dog. I bet you every day, if you look at California local news, somewhere in California, somebody is running away from the cops during the entire summer. It's like the thing to do. It's like a joke. It's like a weird joke.
The cops are too lazy to chase people over here, bro.
Huh?
I said the cops are too lazy to fucking chase people over here, bro.
Yeah. Like sometimes they'll let them kind of go if they think it's too dangerous, or they'll wait until the person runs out of gas and then they'll jump on them. Or my favorite part is the spike strips. So what happens is in the comments section, if you ever play GTA, everybody that's watching is like, 1 star. 2 stars. Oh no, they brought the helicopters. 3 stars. Yeah, they throw the spike strips. 4 stars. You know what I mean? Like you're doing Roblox. 5 stars. So you see all these stars coming up on the side of the jaw every time the cops. And when the cops miss the spike strip, everybody's like, "Oh, y'all fucking trash. Defund the police. Y'all can't even throw a good spike strip." It's a joke out here. Like I would never run from the. Well, I had.
Yeah, over here, the cop fucking, if you don't got a kilo in your car, they're not doing shit.
No, it's different. The East Coast is about catching you on foot. The West Coast is about catching you in the car. That's all it is. They built all the East Coast cities too close together. So they're like, you know what? We're going to spread out all the rest of the cities in the rest of the country. So now, if all our criminals would be forced to have cars, and we'll just catch them in the car instead of having to walk up to somebody in front of their house or in their block, because you're like, hey, it's my mom's house. That's a hard argument for a cop. But if you're in your car,
don't let it be. And don't let it be like one of them crowds of motherfuckers with motorcycles, dirt bikes, and all that shit. They really not gonna do shit right there, bro.
Oh yeah.
Those type of motherfuckers, they'll be at the light waiting for like 5 minutes, and you still waiting for these motherfuckers to finish passing by, bro.
Yeah. I used to tell people I used to think cops were jerks until I left the East Coast. Then I realized our cops was nice. You know how many times I could have been in trouble for a DUI or speeding or something? They could have took my car. They could have locked me up. They could have did so many things. And they just was like, nah. Don't leave until we drive away. I'm like, wow. Out here, nah. They gonna roof your ass over some bullshit. And that's how it is.
Especially on Broad Street. You treat Broad Street like it's the new racetrack and shit.
Yeah, right.
Fucking going up and down Broad Street and shit. They don't do shit.
Oh yeah, that used to be me when I was a young boy, ripping and running. That's why I said I don't want to be mad about them liking Sexy Red, because I know if I was 19, I'd have loved me a Hellcat. I'd have loved me some Sexy Red. I'd have been talking about how Glorilla is hard because her voice is so deep, and I like how she harder than niggas. She harder than these niggas. She harder than all these niggas out here that's wearing dresses. That's how they looking at it. I'm sure that's how the young boys see it. You know what I mean?
It became a point. It became a point that on Broad Street, bro, at nighttime, once the sun go down, bro, it's not safe to drive on Broad Street, bro.
Yeah.
Because you got all these dumb youngos that don't know how to drive. They swear they know how to drive. Everybody's a Dominic Toretto out here and shit. Bro, I stay up. I was telling an old boy this shit the other day. I was like, I don't even like being on Broad Street at nighttime, bro. I have to take all the ducky blocks, whether it takes me longer than the normal and shit, bro. I gotta stay off of that shit because so many accidents. They want to cut you off. They want to do. Oh my god, it's the worst.
Yeah. I used to be one of them. I can't even lie. And you're probably doing it in their parents' car.
I hate it. You funny as shit.
That's real talk. Doing it in their parents' car. No less than one. Bolo, did you have any topics on your mind?
Oh, restroom.
I didn't hear a word you said.
I'm running to the restroom.
Well, you do what you got to do. You watching that naked yoga again?
Oh man.
All right. Any other comments on the YNG Cheese Gilly situation?
bro, it's a fucked up situation. You feel me? Because like I said, like I know I said this earlier and shit, bro. But them motherfuckers really be looking out for these young boys and try to like look out for them and do shit for them and then look at this shit, bro. They try to be positive in the community and look, same community they trying to help, they fucking do them dirty and shit.
Yeah, so Nipsey Russell syndrome. You know what I mean? You try to be nice. You try to be around homies. You give homies clothes when they come home from jail. You give them free clothes, and then it's one dude that's jealous because his girlfriend think you cute.
Just like another person I was watching this shit. There was like it was a conspiracy, of course. That it was always somebody with conspiracy and shit. They were basically saying like they were the young boy that killed his son and shit. They were really trying to go after Gilly since they can't get the Gilly or Wallow and shit. Supposedly that's why they did it and shit. But I was like, man, it don't matter who it fucking. Well, they were trying to get the Gilly or Wallow. It still was a fucked up situation and shit.
Yeah. Well, they just, people gonna assume he got money. I'm sure most of the people in the city probably kind of know his face as his kid, especially the young people. They probably know his face because of social media. They probably figure he's walking around with he probably, they got the chains on and all that. So he got 47 around his neck. You know what I mean? So, that's like one of my things. Like, if I had a kid and I was rich, I'm like, you better dress like Eminem in his house, Mom. You better have a t-shirt and some jeans on and no jewelry and a bad haircut. And you better be out there and have $1 billion on your debit card.
I heard stories in the hood where, man, I ain't gonna lie, I heard shit in the hood back in the day where motherfuckers would do something to the person's kid because they can't get to the actual parent. Or I mean, I actually heard stories like that coming up, but damn, like,
well,
I don't think that was the
Payne
situation.
Fool was kind of like that and whatnot. Because remember, they came, they messed with his mom and his sister at the crib, and that's where they really got him. If his mom and his sister wasn't home and Payne Fool, remember, like, that's how they really trust him. You know what I mean? Like, that's the classic movie mob pack. I mean, even in the Superman, Lex Luthor's gonna find Lois Lane and punch her in the face. Like, yeah, Superman. Yeah, you don't like your hoe get punched in the face, right? You're like, yo, stop punching my hoe, and it's just, it's
weird, I know.
Yeah, gangster.
I mean, I just want to say my condolences to the family, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, much condolences. Shout out to Gilly.
Especially me being from Hunting Park / Erie Ave and shit. That shit fucking.
Yeah.
I want to send my condolences out to the family and shit.
Yeah. To the family, man. They just had the funeral services today. I was looking at the videos of the funeral services. A lot of people came out, showed love. They had the cool little horse and carriage. So it was beautiful and whatnot.
Why didn't he fucking put in the fucking ground is Tekashi, bro? That nigga motherfucker still drawing out here.
I mean, this is the irony of it, right? Because you see all that love. Could you imagine if they loved that boy that much beforehand? He'd probably still be here. And if we hated Tekashi as much as we do, I haven't heard one person besides Akon and Backstab. I don't believe Kodak Black took $1 million to do a song with him.
Oh, you heard about that shit, right?
Come on, Kodak. That's some
Did you actually hear the song though?
Go ahead.
Did you actually hear the song though?
It's probably fire.
Nah. Well, I don't know. I only heard like a couple bars and shit.
I don't know.
He actually started by saying it was a rap. Cause I don't know if you know about the beat that Tekashi got going on with the boy Anuel and shit from Puerto Rico and shit. Supposedly not supposedly Tekashi fucking his baby mom and shit. So now they beefing or whatever, you know what I mean? So fucking
like Tekashi fucking everybody, baby mom.
Kodak Black mentions that shit at the beginning of the song and shit.
Is this it? Let's see. I think this is it.
And that shit got a whole bunch of views because my son told me that shit. What the hell you told me that shit?
Oh Jesus Christ! This shit is. I'm gonna show it. This is ridiculous. Let me give Tekashi 6ix9ine his credit.
Cause you gotta look at it like this, right? We may hate him or whatever, but let's say the people that want to hear what happened or want to hear that song, bam, they're gonna get a click on the fucking view. So he's gonna still make money even if people don't like the song or not. They just want to hear what they got to say on the song. So he's gonna make money regardless of shit.
Well, yeah, that's the concept, because even if you lose a lot of people, there's always going to be some people that either want to come look and hate watch, or some people that actually support you because they think like what you did was cool. You know what I mean? And some people say, you know what, anything for the bag, like the Island Twins. He's and his brother for money. They have an OnlyFans. He's taking pictures showing his butthole. Yeah, these Island Boys are losing their minds. They're losing their minds, but all just for money and like clicks. Just any old thing. Let's watch a little bit of this and Takeshi man. Get past this commercial.
What's this?
This is.
Are you actually playing the song and shit?
Just for a little bit. You can play less than 30 seconds of a song. Move it up.
So that's the whole baby mom right there.
Oh, you said that you the big shot up, the Don Dada. Boom, boom, shaka like I mean this big chopper. Round different pros, make it clap, waka waka. That stupid nigga her was rah, rah, rah. Get the drop in the block, get the chop, make it pop. If you see the cops, nigga.
I will give him one thing. He kind of reminds me of the good old days of Onyx, DMX, and what's the other guy's name?
But we're not gonna put that in the same category. Fuck that.
Well, that's the concept, you know, the yelling voice, the screaming. So I will give him that, even though he's a little big business. Let's go to Kodak's first. Let's go to this Kodak right here. Let's see. This Kodak's right here. Let's see.
Never need a click. Say, I done came a long way from the bricks. I'm making $1 million plays with this shit. Say, shit, ain't not just how you said something. Oh, you on railroad? I got this Glocky on my heavy spinning bed. Oh, you got hit up, nigga, don't think that it's real. I hit your block and took the biggie out the fed. Nigga, how you lose your bitch to a snitch? I'm a one-man army, I ain't never need a click. Say, I done came a long way from the bricks. I don't give a fuck. I make.
What's you say?
You heard what he said at the beginning, that how you gonna lose your bitch to a rat?
Yeah. It's of course a good song. That's the whole concept. I'm gonna get out of here. They got big companies that don't like you showing too much and whatnot. But that's that. Yeah, Kodak Black and I'm doing anything. I mean, you can't be mad at it. They're making money, anything for a bag. I mean, Cosby's still walking around. He got beat up by a couple of old Cubans, and they're like all in jail, right? Like he got a couple of what are they, gangster disciples or something? I don't know what they were, but they were like gangster disciple Cubans. It was like the weirdest thing. Like, I don't know if the government set them. So that was that situation. But, you know, shout out to Koch, you know, credit once again. Go to 6ix9ine and Chakalaka. So it's like Boom Chakalaka featuring Kodak Black and Yahi. Yeah, it was that.
That's a bold baby mom right there. You heard? That's a bold baby mom right there. The one that Yaleen, whatever her fucking name is.
Yeah. So there's a girl in this song. That's her. Yaleen.
Yeah, I didn't hear her part though.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's ass just like him and shit.
What's that? She's like Yaleen, the very most viral. I don't know. That sounds like she needs to go to the CDC and get her thing pap smeared. That's just me. But it's a good song, so you can't hate on that. So excellent. Any other topics on the mind?
Nah, not really, but I'm about to spin off this shit.
Oh, well, shoot. We'll give us some final words, Mr. BAS.
Man, everybody keep your heads up. You know what I mean? Watch out for these streets and shit, man. I hope everybody have a good weekend and shit. Have a good week and shit, and I'll holler at you on Wednesday. You already know, bitches ain't shit.
That's right. Don't get it wrong. Anybody that's trying to be offended, Mr. BAS says that men are bitches too. He's an equal opportunity. Bitches ain't shit.
You know, let me say that meaning one more time, because, you know, I haven't said that shit in a while. You know what I mean? Of course, these bitches ain't shit, but, you know, niggas be acting like bitches, so I'll say it for that too. And then, you know, situations could be, you know, situations I could use that as a, you know, situations that be like that too. You feel me?
Yeah. That's right. It is what it is. You know what I mean? That's why it's the motto. I told you, people out there trying to steal the phrase. We might have this in Chicago. You know, Chicago dudes crazy Philly dudes. So it's like, I don't think we have enough switches. It's too much. It's too much. So we're gonna have to let them rock it. Well, excellent. Anything else to say before you guys go? Anything to say, technician?
Yo,
see y'all Wednesday.
He said see y'all Wednesday.
All right, sir.
Where's Killer?
Oh, Killer right here. She chilling.
Oh, well, I
she high. You already know she high.
Yeah, I don't want to upset Killer. You know, the name is real. All right, fellas, man, have a good one.
Yeah, I'll let y'all Wednesday.
Yeah. Peace. Excellent, excellent. And that means it is time for the Pokemon Zelda Gaming Report. Where are we at on that, Volo?
I'm playing Star Wars.
Okay, well, it's called And Gaming Report. Get it on.
I'm you know, it's what is this? The Old Republic. So it's a throwback to before Star Wars. It's thousands of years before A New Hope. If you're familiar with the Star Wars.
No, give us a background. Explain.
And you wake up on a starship, and you're feeling your way through. I guess you find out you have like it's my first time playing it. This is my first time playing it. I played the online game, but this is my first time playing the actual role playing game from back in the day. Right now I'm talking this. I just crash landed on a planet, and I'm trying to talk to this guy, and he's a little upset, and they want me to apologize, and I'm not an apologetic, so I'm trying not to go to the dark side, but it look like I might have to.
And what game is this called?
This is called hold on, what's it called? Oh, Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars.
Let's watch the trailer. Let's see here.
You searching it up?
Yeah.
Emo, wake up. Wake up. Oh,
one trailer. It's Nintendo?
Huh?
Nintendo? Switch?
Yeah, that's what I'm playing on. I'm playing that version, yeah.
Okay, that's the version we should review. So let's give Nintendo of America. Ooh. Give them their credit. Game. It's only a minute long too, so that's good for fair use purposes. I like it. I do like it. Let's get my notes here. Go while we fight. See, I need a young lady with low self-esteem to do this for me. Low self-esteem means you do it for free. All right. So let's check out Nintendo of America. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, correct?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me get this logo down out of the front here. Turn off this music. Share. And get this nice and big. Back it up. Let's see what we got.
In the end, you belong to neither the light nor the darkness. You will forever stand alone.
If Malik is not stopped, the Republic will fall.
The Force fights with me.
Really good. Nice. Nice. There you go. Go get that. Check out Nintendo of America and the Switch. The Switch has really great graphics for a handheld machine. So how far are you in this game?
I'm still at the beginning.
Or just very starting and whatnot? So
yeah, I'm just
is it free roam or is it directed?
It's very linear, directed path. It's funny because like when you're on the initial ship, he opens up one door and it's a female Jedi and a Sith, male Sith fighting, and he just closed the door like we don't want to go that way. Shit crazy.
That's cold. That's cold. Anything else for the Pokemon, Zelda, and gaming report?
Pokemon, I'm still trying to get my 35 level team together so me and the boy can play. Zelda's funny because I was on I follow this guy on Twitter, and he shared a video of like one of the bosses, and it looked like some big tall, like I don't know what kind of insect, like it was a real big insect or something. And the guy commented like, it was something that he's seen in his nightmares, and I shared it on Twitter and said I'm still in the clouds, just collecting fruit and enjoying the view. Like a spoiler alert. Yeah. So he commented back to me, said he need Godzilla's help and shit.
Question: did you notice how many hearts did he have?
Oh, he probably had he just showed a clip of the initial startup of the battle, so he ain't showed the battle and none of the spoilers or none of that. But just something that we had to fight, that I'm gonna have to fight later on. And I seen some 3-headed dragons and stuff like that, but I ain't built like that yet.
All right. Excellent. So there we go. So we got Pokemon working on 35. Zelda, we're on timeout for a little bit, playing in the clouds.
Yeah. I go to
we are
heaven.
playing Star Wars Knights of the Rebellion or something.
The Old Republic.
Whatever the niggas call it.
It's a classic game. Actually, D-Real, the one that put me down with this, he used to play it on PC.
Oh, dope. That dude. That man. You know who would like Sexy Red? D-Real.
No.
I'm gonna take her. I met her at church, Carl. I bet you did. Oh my God. Who was that girl he wrote through that time that was the rapper?
You talking about the squeaky voice, Jerry?
Yeah, she tried to make me and Court sign an NDA. he laughed. Yo, he looked at it, was like, NDA, girl, you don't get out of here. NDA, you stupid. You know Daryl. What are you talking about? He's the sweetest, and I'm sure he's out in Arizona. He's living his life, but I guarantee you, I have not met this woman. I have not seen pictures on his Facebook. I guarantee you, man, whoever D is with right now is hell in a hand basket.
Nah, she good people. They got 2 kids and they chilling, man. She a cutie.
Oh, so he finally whispered to a hyena and they listened?
Nah. He married a church girl and they chilling.
Oh, he must got a white woman.
Nah, she's sister.
Oh, she on the outside. Allegedly. Shout out to D-Real and whatnot. One of the nice, the original cat man. He one of them nice dudes. He too nice for his own. He one of them pure dudes.
I'm trying to think when they went out there, because they was near Canada, up in like north, like New York for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was living, or actually Pennsylvania near Erie, I think. He was living near Niagara Falls somehow.
Yeah, he's just sick of that city life. I get it. That's why I moved down here.
Actually, I heard, he said it was like a small town of like 50 people or something like that.
Oh,
then they moved all the way out to Arizona.
Oh yeah. Like, once I retire, that's where I'm going. I'm gonna find where the cheapest land and the cheapest houses are, and make sure I got internet. And past that, I'm gonna take my 401k. I'm gonna take my stock, and I'm gonna just burn it and buy me some land in a cheap house and an internet service. And then I'm gonna just go outside and dig in the dirt and fish and shoot squirrels. And rant online, and I'm gonna be like Uncle Ruckus 2000. But I don't got Revitiligo. That's my game. Any topics?
Hold on, who was the noodle of the week?
Oh, the noodle of the week is Miss Carlee Russell, the girl that faked her escape.
Okay, she faked her escape.
You haven't heard this story?
Nah, man. You playing some Sexy Red and all that. I listen to Shay New York.
Okay. You should have heard some So I'll just bring up the most recent report that the police put out today. Let's see here, and then this will catch you up off the jump. Now, her name's Carlee, so it's very embarrassing. But recently, a young lady essentially faked her kidnapping in Alabama. Let's get this up here. 1 second. Oh, you know what? Let me put the music on while it's going. Go on my thing. Fair use. Where you at? There you are. Back to music. He's not. All right, let's do a quick review of this so Volo can learn a little about Carlee Russell. Let me get past the commercials here. All right. And you don't know anything about this story at all?
Nah.
Okay, so yeah, she recently said, basically, to give you a quick wrap up, about a week ago, this young lady, Carlee Russell, who is the only child of a successful family in Alabama who lives in a rich neighborhood, says she was driving on the highway and she saw a baby running on the highway with his t-shirt and his panties on, basically a t-shirt and a diaper. It was a little white baby. She proceeded to call 911 as she drove 600 yards alongside of the baby. You know how far 600 yards is, Volo?
6 football fields.
Yep. Do you you've had kids? Do you think your 3 to 5 year old toddler could walk 6 football fields straight through grass at night with no shoes on in their diaper?
No.
With a car driving alongside of them on a busy highway?
No.
So she says she saw this baby and she got out the car, and then all of a sudden she called her sister after the 911, and she did the whole drop my phone, nobody, on some taking shit, right? She drops her phone. The girl's like, oh my God, I can't hear her. She screamed, and then she disappears into the woods, right? She disappears for 2 days, shows back up, and says, oh, I was kidnapped by this red-headed bald guy. She said he had orange hair with a bald spot on some hills that have eyes type stuff, right? And she said he kidnapped her. He took her, made her climb over a gate, threw her in an 18-wheeler truck, which she escaped from. Then they caught her, then threw her back in the car and took her back to the 18-wheeler. Then they stripped her naked, but didn't bond her. Then they may have took pictures. And then the woman played with her hair, and then she fed her Cheez-Its in the morning. And then they let her go. And then she walked back home to her parents' house from being let go, and showed back up like everything was sweet. And then the cops did a report where they pretty much explained all these facts I just told you, but they did not accuse her of anything. But today, our lawyer just released a statement directly from her, and this is the final result of what's been going on for a week. Volo, number one, I don't know where the fuck you've been, but the entire country has been on this, and the entire world has been on this. This is like the subway thing with Ocean Gate. But you've been working, and you're a parent, so I understand why your brain isn't functioning.
No, and I think Judge Joe Brown, I might have caught him talking
You've
about
had to have heard something. Yeah. You've heard something.
Yeah.
Well, let's check it out. See
but they I think they compared it to what's the name?
Juicy Smollett.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. So let's check it out.
Good afternoon. I'm Captain Keith Suscaleba with the Hoover Police Department. We're here today to provide an update in the Carlee Russell investigation. Chief Nick Durzis will read a prepared statement that will provide an update in this case. After reading the statement, we will have time for a few questions related to the case. Keep in mind, this is still an ongoing investigation, and there are some questions we simply cannot answer at this point. For that, I'll turn it over to Chief Durzis.
Thank you, Captain. Good afternoon. Thanks to everyone for attending again today. I want to thank the members of our department and all of law enforcement who played a role in the investigation of this case. Last Wednesday, July 19th, we held a press conference and provided you with the facts of the Carlee Russell disappearance. We told you the investigation was ongoing. We helped you determine where Carlee was during the 49 hours of her disappearance. Today, I've talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Carlee Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Carlee to meet with investigators.
I gotta pause. My last name is Anthony. I felt very uncomfortable this whole thing because every time he said it, it's like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. It really messed with me.
It was early this afternoon, but then I received an email stating that a statement was being provided by him on her behalf. Mr. Anthony asked that I read this statement entirely, which I will do now. My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf.
You saw it, right?
No kidnapping.
You saw
on
it,
Thursday,
right?
July 13th, 2023.
Correction.
My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone during the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, ask for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony to further discuss this case.
No, you don't.
We're currently in discussions with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in Bessemer about possible criminal charges.
And considering possible criminal charges against her. Number two, I just want to say his jacket is fire with that tie. Damn, the old head is killing. He had a pink joint on the other day, bro. He had a salmon. He had a salmon joint on the other day. I was like, yo, this dude is killing it. I was like, yo, lock her up just because of the sports jacket. Jesus. So what are your thoughts on this admission of all this foolishness that she didn't, it was all a lie? What do you think?
Was she took it to social media or something?
So, to give a full explanation, after she called 911, they, of course, called the police. The police actually showed up at her location within 5 minutes of the call. After she got off the call with 911, she called her sister and was like, yeah, I'm standing here talking to a baby. And she basically was faking like she was talking to the baby, but the baby never said anything back. She's like, yeah, baby, you okay? You okay? And then all of a sudden, she drops the phone and things go quiet. They show up. Her wig is there. Her cell phone is there. But guess what happened? They did research through her phone, the cops, and they did research. They found out that when she left work, she stole a robe and toilet paper. She also went to Walmart and bought some snacks, some Cheez-Its, some granola bars, and something else. When they showed up to find the food she bought to bring home to her mom was there. Her wig was there. Her cell phone was there. But guess what wasn't there? The robe, the toilet paper, the Cheez-Its, and the granola bars. So you may have heard me earlier tell you that what did the woman feed her the next day? Cheese crackers. She basically tried to incorporate, she basically bought her snacks and then used it as part of her story for the kidnapping.
Is this some like reverse Kaiser Sose shit?
Well, the cops looked through her phone. They said the 3 days before she did the thing, she looked up a bus ticket to Tennessee, a bus ticket to somewhere else. She looked up how do you steal money from a cash register without getting caught. She looked up like 2 other sketchy things, and she also looked up how do you pay for a what is it called? An orange alert, an amber alert. What's the age for an Amber Alert? She looked it up, and then the day she got kidnapped, she searched the movie Taken. And if you pay attention to some of the videos that people make now, if you go through all the elements, there's about 5 movies that you can name for all the stuff she said happened to her. Like in her hair and feeding her food and the naked stuff, that's The Hills Have Eyes. The fact that she saw a baby and kind of dropped the phone and disappeared, that's Taken. So she basically took 4 or 5 movies and took the hot stuff from the movies and said people will fall for it. But what she didn't realize is in the movies, they kind of cut out a lot of the in-between cop stuff. And the people that do the stuff in those movies are very rich and very dope at what they do when they kidnap. They're not like you. So basically what everybody thinks happened is some people think she went to a hotel, but they checked. They didn't have her at a hotel. They didn't have her nowhere else. And she says nobody's involved. We think somebody helped her, but I surmise that she stayed in the woods for 2 days. Because think about it. If you were going to be kidnapped and you weren't really kidnapped, how would you make it believable when you showed back up? You would be dirty. You'd be tired. You smell like outside. You'd have shit all over. You know what I mean? You're going to be basically, you haven't brushed your teeth in 2 to 3 days. But if you go to a hotel, you're going to take a shower. You're going to come back all clean. So what she did was to make it more believable. She said, I'll just stay outside for 2 days, living off of cheeses, sleeping on benches and shit in the woods. Is what she did. And then she showed back up. And then now the cops did their research and it's come to find out that it was all basically a lie. And you don't want to know why she did this, Volo? What do you think is the reason that a 25-year-old girl that's a nursing student with a job that comes from a so-called well-to-do family would do such a thing? Why do you think she did it?
Attention.
Attention. She just lost her boyfriend to a stripper. And she had recently texted the stripper how the stripper is poor and ugly and not great like her. And she wanted to get her boyfriend back. So she pulled this stunt. They said even in between the situation, he got a weird text from an address that said, yeah, see how it feels when you're wiping her body up off the street. Right? So she basically wanted his attention to get her back from him and see how much he would miss her. And it got bigger than she expected. And I guess her strategy of going to the woods worked, but she probably wasn't aware of how big this had gotten. So by the time she came back, it was like, what? The entire country is on this? There's thousands of people out there looking for me. There's a $62,000 reward out for me. The cops got the Secret Service and the FBI to help. The Secret Service and FBI don't even help with looking up Hunter Biden's emails. Okay? But they help for this.
And out of the blue, emo goes, thanks, the feeling is mutual.
Yep. So she did this just to get a guy. So what are your thoughts on her reasoning, how this all went along, and what do you think should happen now that she's busted?
Where does this happen at? This is Alabama.
Alabama. In the boondocks of Alabama.
Yeah, they my peeps still too, but I know.
So, do you really want to be the mayor of Philadelphia?
Mayor of Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Nah, they don't want me to be the mayor of Philadelphia.
Okay, well, you kind of gotta want to be the mayor first.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it works. You know how many people don't want me to be the president of the United States? I don't think that's a factor in me running.
They get paid $200,000 a year or whatever. So I can.
You're in it for the money. You're a scumbag.
Yeah, the cash, nigga.
You're a scumbag. Because I was going to say, these are the kind of questions you would have to answer if you're going to be a politician. Because they're going to be like, hey, what would you do? Like, how would you deal with this? Like, what do you think she should get? So you don't have any recommendation for what should happen to this girl for what she did.
I lock up for a week.
A week. Good. You should not be the mayor. They're so right. They're not. No. At minimum, she should get probation, and she should have to pay a fine of restitution for all the wasted police services. How much do you think it costs for people to search for her, Volo?
It costs a lot of money.
Yes.
Yeah, lock her up.
Now, guess how much they spent?
How much they spent?
Guess.
100,000.
400.
400,000.
And that doesn't count the thousands of people that went out to search for her on their own. Because think about it. There's a lot of people that have kidnapped and lost daughters, and there's actually a sex trafficking ring in her state. that they say is going on. So she literally re-traumatized all the people that have lost daughters and lost family members. And a lot of them actually went out looking for her.
So charge her $400,000.
I say charge her $400,000, put her on probation.
Where she work at?
5 years. Now, if I was a tyrant, I really want to give her 6 months and probation and a $500,000 fine. And her parents, for being stupid, should both get a $100,000 fine and 3 months in jail. That's my ideal. But to be realistic, it's not like a crime. It's like a misdemeanor crime, I think. So I don't think jail time is realistic unless they have some other stuff. So I think she's just going to get fined and be on probation. And she's going to have to pay back restitution of all the police services. But, Bolo, she did also get caught on video stealing a robe and toilet paper from her job, who has now fired her. And they said they may press charges. So she could get a theft charge along with this. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'll be calling Lifetime Television tomorrow like, do y'all want this TV movie or what? I need whatever they're going to charge me. I need $450,000. And y'all can have this whole movie about how I was so stupid to come up with this, what I actually did while I was gone, and all this. And they even got people investigating. They found a little path that was near where she said she saw the baby, and there's actually a path that goes down in the cut. So all she had to do was drop her phone and run down this path, and she was gone. Off in the cut. It's like a secret passageway. And she's probably known about it since she was a kid. So any other opinions on this at all, Volo?
Nah, you know what I mean? Not, I ain't got time for her.
Well, there you go. There you go. It's only a waste of tax dollars. If you were in that state, she just wasted several hundred of your dollars. And you're like, whatever. It's cool. There you go. I can't stop you kids today. I can't control you guys. I can't control. So that's Carlee Russell, our noodle of the week. Also our IP to YNG Cheese. It is after 10:30, so we have done a full show and kicked some hard butt. Did you have any other topics in your mind for Noodle Free Mondays?
No, that's funny because I did briefly hear about that with Joe Brown is my man. He mentioned it and said prosecutor. All right, just keep it moving.
Man, Papa Joe, man, that boy, Papa Joe, crazy.
Was he running for mayor or something of his town or something?
He's running for the mayor of Memphis, Tennessee. Vote for Joe Brown, 2024, Memphis, Tennessee mayor. Vote for him. He's doing his little stuff, touring and going around right now. He's trying to get his thing done. There's also another guy called the Cussing Pastor, Thaddeus Matthews. He was running for mayor, but he got frustrated recently and said, "Oh, it's all you got to have money to be in and all that." And he started bitching. I'm like, dude,
you sound like me, right?
I'm running. Yeah, he did. But I was like, I understand. I was like, dude, I'm running for president. You hear me bitching about money? I know. It's all money, dude. Get over it. Keep going, right? This is not about winning. This is about getting people to not vote for them. This is why Cornel West is running. Cornel West doesn't expect to win. He expects to be force one of the parties to come either way. Or if he does win, then great, let's go. Because Trump didn't ruin the country, so why would he? He's running green, so I am going to vote for him because I voted for Jill Stein, who was part of the Green Party during 2016. In 2020, I voted for Howie Howell, who's also the Green Party. And now Cornel has switched over to the Green Party. Even though I am running, you don't vote for yourself. So I most likely will be voting for Cornel West in friendly competition, as I hope he votes for me. So we'll see how that goes. So where's your thoughts on that stuff?
I wish him the best.
Well, there you go. So the in-depth thoughts of Volatim and tautology, the Master Don. People say, what is EMC equals squared? Who cares?
Equals MC squared.
Yeah. I mean, in the modern times, they probably say E equals MC squared is racist.
Yeah, they trying to.
Well, actually, they would say, you know what it is? It's E equals they squared. Yeah. Get your pronouns right. How dare you? We're going to cancel you after this photo. So should we be in the final words portion?
Yeah, I guess so. Go take a nap. Go get some cash.
All right, give them some final words.
Yeah, check me out on my social media. Volo Thamvim Tautology. I ain't do a thread today. Dang, I forgot to do a thread. I'm Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I did a couple, but I'm trying to be. I'm only under my president one. I'll say, I'm gonna just try to be under my president one only. And
okay.
I posted. I got likes and stuff. This activity, it's cool. Whatever. But you know what? Instagram made me do it. Did they make you do it?
No, I don't do Instagram.
Oh, dog.
I do Instagram. I don't.
President page the other day. It's like, yeah, you need to be on Threads. Hit this button or else. And I was like, I don't think I want to do it. And all of a sudden, it opened Threads, and I was on. I was like, oh my god. So apparently, Instagram owns Threads. Oh, did you hear that? Twitter.
It's all metaverse, huh?
Did you hear Twitter is going to change their name to X?
Yeah. I seen that on Elon's.
We'll talk about that on the tech show. And don't you give me shit when I ask you about it. Don't you give me none of this I don't know stuff. You're supposed to be a tech guy.
And Elon got a blue check parody account. Elon on some other stuff right now.
Oh, he's on that Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, guys like that. He don't know how to talk to women. He ain't got no personality and whatnot. He got to buy all his pussy. Poor thing. And I'm telling you, be careful. I'm telling you, don't want to be the guy that's got to buy pussy. You want to buy pussy by choice. Final words.
I don't even know what you're talking about, man.
You need to come to Tijuana with me. Final words.
Volo Thamvim Tautology, Volo Television. I'm making videos. Check me out. On the metaverse and all that good stuff.
Excellent. There you go. Also, I always take heavy doses of vitamin C. I take my vitamin C every day. I have not had one drop of COVID this whole time. So make sure you're taking your vitamin C. Also, make sure you stay away from children, girlfriends, wives, and other people you love. And that way you will be healthy and happy and stress-free. But you can say like hi to them every once in a while. It's cool. But yes, this is Noodle Free Mondays. On Wednesday, we have the My Part of Town podcast, which is a Philadelphia-based show. There's the title for it right there. And we'll have our Philadelphia bio of the week. We don't know who it is, but we'll see who it is when we're going on. On Saturdays, we got Volo and Butthead's Techapalooza. I was thinking about starting a Sunday show. With my comedy life, I think I should keep the shows to where they are now. We got enough shows. Because it's going to be like the Saturday thing where I get a random show. It's like, oh, can we move it up? Then that's going to happen on Sunday too, right? So make sure you check out Volo and Butthead's Techapalooza on Saturday. My Part of Town podcast on Wednesday. I also have skits and comedy stuff going up on my YouTube pages. Shout out to the Skit Bags family holding it down. Shout out to our Noodle of the Week, Miss Carlee Russell, and also R.I.P. to YNG Cheese, Gilly the Kid, the rapper's young child who was taken, and also R.I.P. to all the children who have been taken from a parent this week, because there's hundreds of children that have been taken this week, hundreds of young ladies that have been kidnapped, like Carlee. Right now, when you see a missing person post, you repost that, you share that. Because they don't get what Carlee got. And I'm disgusted that my name is Carl, or her name is Carlee too. But as the president of the League of Carls, Carlton, and Carlingtons, we do rebuke her as a Carl. So I just want to make that clear.
And Anthony was the lawyer, the attorney?
Yes. Her name is Carl. Her lawyer's name is Anthony. Jesus Christ. What is her dad's name? Junior? Let's finish it. What's her mom's name? For president? Let's finish it, right? Jesus Christ. Anyways, Mr. C, we out of here.
Sound like PAA after you, man.
We got a few minutes up. I don't know what to say. We right at the 10:45 mark. I think this is a perfect time to end the show. Noodle Free Mondays. We kick butt when we can. And I hope you guys enjoyed the show and our clips and all the fun stuff we do. And me and Volo will be back with more fire until the world ends. And then I'll have to do this from my small home with that Skylink internet. And we